Alright, first video being shot with the new Sony camera. We're going to go freehand and see what the anti-shake is like. Bought a new Galaxy S4. Poor S3 had a terminal death of the internal flash memory, which is always unfortunate. So I bought an S4. And this is another Seidio case, similar to the one that you've seen the review for the S3 on, but a little bit different. In particular, across the top you can see there's a full single hard piece of plastic, as opposed to the way the bottom was and is on this one, was on the old one and is on this one. On this side, and I apologize, I don't have the other case, I gave it to a friend at work who has an S3. On this side you can see that the plastic grabby bits are centered on the side, a lot more than they were on the case for the S3, and I think that's probably a factor of the fact that the power button, and in particular the volume buttons, are a lot farther up towards the top of the device. The only thing I don't like with this is that there's not any rubber give around, and in this case that's the headphone jack. What I don't like about that is that a lot of headphone jacks are bigger than the opening of that hole. Fortunately I only use Bluetooth a lot, otherwise it would be really annoying. You can see the clearance for one of the mics on the top, you see the clearance for the IR port, which does have rubber around it all the way around the edge. On the bottom you can see the clearance for the USB and the bottom mic, and you can see this where it lines up the volume rocker, and on this side you can see it lines up the power button right there. Now the one thing that is weird is with the case on, you can't really feel the power button press. So you can feel some tactile response from the volume buttons, but for whatever reason between this particular S4 and this case, you just can't see, or you just can't seem to feel anything with it. So good case, just like it was with the case I bought for my S3. It does have the kickstand like the other one did, so you can see it just sits on the kickstand. And that way if you want to watch anything and just want to sit on your desk, then you're good. It is a magnetic clasp, as you can see here on the bottom, and it clicks back into place, and it's just a little like that. You use this one like before. You cannot shake that out until you whack the desk with it, and then it'll come flying out. So as far as that goes, it's good. I've had this case for 2 weeks, give or take, and just like the last one, it hasn't marred up. It has a not unpleasant kind of a soapy texture to it. What I really like is the fact that there's rubber around the edges. It gives me something to grip onto. I mean, these devices aren't little, my hand isn't little, but these devices are not little, and you want a little bit of traction when you're holding on. Especially here on the back too, you can see the clearance for the flash and the camera. Again, I get all of these cases because the cameras on all of these things, they're not Gorilla Glass. They're not protected. They stick out on the body of these cameras, and it's just ridiculous. So at any rate, here is the Seidio case for the Galaxy S4. And hopefully I can figure out why the autofocus issues with the Galaxy S4 doing video, because I actually still like using this to do videos. And figure out what's going on with it, why it keeps tracking and going in and out of focus. Anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you later.